Twitch stream.
You
is
brought
now
this
up and
onto
running.
yourself.
I will try and speak louder if that helps. I will try and scream at you all and see if that helps any. That's up and running. Sound is coming through. Alright. So, last time. We went from the trees that tripped you up and continued the hunt for Taffy's hideout. You stumbled across some what seemed like abandoned old houses. Each of you had a look around some of them. Merle found a net trap. Elkar found a cabinet that was locked with a poison trap in it, in the actual locking mechanism itself. Tyrax attended to his horse from the well in the middle. You, whilst there, heard some rather unpleasant screeching and some hoeing noises. And you decided to go, I believe it was Merle and Eliza that went to check it out.
Yep.
And upon seeing the creature, it seemed like a very deformed human being. And you decided that it wasn't really causing any issues. It was just seeming to hoe the ground, but not do it very well. And also all of the plants and things that were growing there were clearly not attended to. So you left him be to do whatever he was thinking he was doing, and met back with the group. Continued, I believe, then up to this map that we are on now. Bumped into some rather savage bandits who originally tricked you. The one of them was pretending to be stuck under this tree, and as soon as you'd freed him, he motioned to the rest of his crew to launch the attack. They seemed to have no regard for their own safety, as one of them blew himself up in a valiant attempt to take everybody down with him. Two of them escaped, one of them still blind, after seeing this giant machine thing show up. That's a really poor explanation of him.
Go on.
Yeah, that's a better explanation of him. Yeah, that's a much better description of him. After seeing that, as he actually cast a fireball at them. Unfortunately, all of the party were unconscious at the time, so did not see this, but that was the reason the bandits decided to retreat. They had no intention of trying to take this thing on. He then went around and healed you all, and seemed to be waiting for commands off Merle. Once he had no commands, he headed off into the forest. And I believe we were leaving off that evening was drawing in, and we were going to be looking at sleeping for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that is where we will pick back up. Do any of you want to do anything before we start discussing watches and such like?
I think we're good.
I also think we are good.
Alright, and what are your order of your watches for tonight?
I did
That's a
first.
good question.
We have the first one.
Alright.
I'll take second.
And I will take last.
All right.
I'll go taking third then.
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, Eliza, make me your perception check for the evening, please. Yeah, all seems fairly normal. Few creatures you hear during the night, but nothing out of the ordinary. We will swap round to Merly.
Going down.
Oh, Chalka's gonna roll at 10.
If you can pull it off, something may happen out of that. Because, you know... yeah, same for you, Merly. Nothing that you can see. Obviously, you're aware that you were ambushed here, so you're keeping an eye out for anything like that, and you don't see anything like that here at all. So yeah, pretty uneventful. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yep, Alka. Ooh.
Look down. Up.
See,
What
now
happens
Dyson's
if
gonna roll an 11.
Yeah, I was going to ask what happens then.
If you get a 12?
No, if I get another 11.
Oh. That'd be quite a unique one as well, wouldn't it? Yeah. I shall decide if it happens. Let's see.
We also never actually rolled a jackpot, have we?
No. All 12s or all 11s.
Jackpot. Jackpot, rolling 3 of the same number in a row, regardless of modifier.
Oh. I mean, didn't Slayer technically get a jackpot, but with advantage?
Yes, on the crits.
Yeah,
Last week.
Yes, but it doesn't count if you roll with advantage. It has to be 3 separate rolls.
Yeah.
It has to be.
No, they were all 3. They were 3 separate rolls. They just all had advantage, and the advantage happened to crit.
My 3 attacks that this one, I will put it in Discord.
I know, but still, it's a jackpot without. You don't get advantage for a jackpot.
Plus, I'm the DM, and it doesn't count for me anyway, regardless.
Anyway, true.
All right, go ahead and make me that roll. Let's see what happens.
Okay. You haven't described Elkar's watch though.
Did
I distracted you with my top jackpots.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Let me check something. Hang on. Let me check something.
My cunning plan succeeded.
Yeah. Same for you, Alkar. Although from the start of the evening, as you were drifting off to sleep, you've been having some rather vivid dreams. Nothing that you can quite put your finger on at the moment, but yeah. But other than that, in regards to your watch, all seems quiet. There doesn't seem to be any disturbance of anybody returning or movement of that you're thinking, hang on, what's that in the bush over there? Anything like that? Alright, now we shall swap shifts.
Mm-hmm. 1 perception coming up.
Hey!
Nice!
Nice, but they need to be in a row. No interruptions.
Dang it, Marley, you messed up our quadruple jack.
What am I here for?
Mm-hmm.
Do I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Yeah, because it's not often it happens. I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
You big old softy.
You get 154 gold split between you.
Nice. Okay, let's see how that divides up. Divided by 4. It's 38 gold and 5 silver pieces.
That's
So how many was it again?
38 gold and 5 silver pieces.
So I have 96 gold and 17 silver now. Yay.
All right. Same for you, Vexen. Doesn't seem like anything's returning to ambush you. It's pretty quiet night, thankfully.
Okay.
Elkar, as you go back to sleep from swapping watches, this time you have an extremely vivid dream where you suddenly are kind of floating overhead of the picture that I've sent you in your DMs.
Alright.
You can see that sprawling out below you. Everything you can see there in the picture is visible to you. And then it kind of shifts away, and you see a gnome and a wizard dressed in a red and gold cape with a staff, and they're standing opposite each other, and this tall wizard shouts out to the gnome, "You think you have the way with words and intimidation? You are nothing. I am the one true wizard. Nobody else matters, and nobody else is the chosen one like I am."
I'm the chosen one, not you.
And you just hear the gnome shout out, "Can we not talk about this? Like, you know, amicably, just come to some nice agreement?" And the wizard just laughs and says, "It's always talking with you, isn't it? Everything's talking, and you never seem to use your true power." And on that note, the gnome goes, "Huh, okay, if you don't want to talk, I'll show you my power." And you watch as the gnome wizard casts a spell towards the wizard in the red and gold cloak, and the wizard just rises his staff up and points it towards the spell that's coming towards him from the gnome. And you watch as the spell just get absorbed into the staff and then backfires at it's a much, much larger version of the spell heading back towards Tasselhoff. And as it hits the gnome, you suddenly jolt awake again.
I think you said a name in there. Like,
You did.
goes back toward I honestly didn't catch it though.
Okay, that's good, because I wasn't supposed to say.
I heard a name. I just didn't hear what the name was.
Well,
I heard.
I mean,
Hasselhoff.
it doesn't matter, because the kind of the big wizard may have used his name because he knows it. So if you do remember the name, that's fine.
As you're saying. As you're saying.
That as the explosion hits the gnome wizard, that force of that sheer light and magic hitting jolts you awake, and you are all now awake after a long rest.
Alcat's gonna kind of describe the dream he just had. to Dexon.
That's a curious dream. Do you happen to know any gnomes or not gnome wizards?
Alfred just shakes his head, like, I don't know if I've never met a gnome.
So these people aren't familiar to you then?
No, even the area looked new.
Oh well. Could be meaningless. Could not be. I'm not much for interpreting dreams. They're too nebulous.
Could be the bad evil guy, you never know.
Alright. As you go about your morning routines, I assume of cooking breakfast, getting things ready, and such like?
Indeed, such like.
Such like things, because, you know, that's the best way to describe random things. Anybody that's not busy doing something that's kind of just waiting around, waiting for everyone to be ready to leave, make me a perception check.
That's not going through anyway.
Oh, jeez. I don't think we're gonna get anything above a 13 today.
There you go.
Never mind.
It's broken.
Never mind.
Ignore whichever, I don't know, second or first one, I don't know. Ignore one.
I'll take the first roll you made.
Yay.
Yeah, both of you can hear footsteps approaching. Not both of you. Well, yeah, both of you. Yeah, because they're not being particularly quiet. So yeah, both of you.
From which direction?
Make sure I'm on the right layer. These footsteps don't seem to be. These are very. Not that they're not in any sort of hurry. It sounds like it's a casual stroll, if that makes sense.
Which direction are they coming from then?
I did ping.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, there you go. Remember shift pinging?
There we go. Yes.
Snapshot.
Guys, there's someone coming.
Very well. Can we see him already or not?
If nobody's making any immediate action to hide or run or do anything else, then yes, you will be able to see them.
Do these people look familiar?
No. I would say not.
Okay.
And they look pretty much an accurate representation of that. With the gold
With
and
the
red
runny makeup.
Yes, and the golden red cloak.
Mm-hmm. I think Sanistros will raise his hand and say good morning to you.
It's a good morning for us, but how much of a good morning for you it is depends on your cooperation.
What do you need cooperating with?
Well, a little bird told us, well, not us, our friend, that you are looking for a certain person. We don't like people with weapons that look for our leader. It usually ends up bad. So you can either come with us willingly and will allow our leader to decide your fate, or you can resist and we'll forcibly take you there.
Before we make any rash decisions, who is your leader?
Our leader is Taffy, the druid.
Oh. Well, we only came to discuss a few things with her, so I don't see why we shouldn't come peaceably with you.
They look a little... look at each other when you say you've come to speak with her. And how did you know where to start looking for her?
Let's see if I can remember this as a player, because in character Texana Strauss would probably know. If I remember correctly, the royal family of Avonwall told us that Taffy would possibly be able to aid us in our quest. Is that correct, Slayer?
That's right. Yep, that's absolutely right.
Yes. Okay.
I thought it was Toby who said it.
Yes, and he got Tolran got that tip from his family.
Mm-hmm. And then he passed it on to you. Yeah, like a big chain.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and by the time it got to Eliza, it turned out that the message became that she needed to buy groceries, as it happens in those kind of chain games.
You specifically go by
Yeah.
coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Go buy coffee.
Yes, well, we were told by the royal family of Avonwall that Taffy, the druid, might be able to assist us in our endeavor of ridding the world of some malicious hags.
Well, then I suppose this has become more of an escort than a capture.
I'm glad to hear that. Allow us a bit more time to clear our camp so we can follow you.
Yes, they will do so. As you're all packing up, a bird flies onto this tree here, onto one of the lower branches, and has a note tied to its foot.
Well, this is a busy morning today. Got weird looking people, got birds.
Does the bird want anything? Texanastas says as he's stuffing his belongings back into his pack.
I don't know, I haven't asked it.
Might be good.
It just kind of
comes around here.
hops down and kind of stands sideways so that the note is facing you.
I'll take the note off and then and see what it says.
Alright. As you read the note, it says, "I hope this message finds you well. It is indeed disturbing to hear of the hags. I have informed the appropriate authorities, and they are moving to take action. Unfortunately, age is catching up to me. I am now bedridden and cannot get around as you saw me before. If I don't see you before old age takes me, know that I have every faith you will succeed in this mission and protect the land. Lola."
Lola's gonna die soon. So, yeah.
That's a shame to hear.
Alucard just kind of seems a little indifferent about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Well, anyway, thank you, Mr. Birdie. Off you go.
After you say that, it will fly off.
You're not gonna reply to that tweet?
It's best not to. You get into all sorts of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Fair boy.
Just for party members' sake, you would have known that message was supposed to go back to Talon, so you can assume that Talon has forwarded it on to you.
Okay.
Just to indicate that Talon is not dead, captured, injured, or lying in a ditch bleeding to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or all of the above.
Alright, I have everything. Everything packed, that is.
Alright.
I'm ready to set out. Does anyone else need anything before we go?
I think we can. Yeah.
Sounds like Elcon needs more sleep.
I woke up from a nap like an hour ago. Or an hour and a half ago.
Alright. After a small amount of walking through and twisting and turning through a forest, you will arrive at this place.
Ooh.
Sockets is having trouble talking at the moment. She's trying to fix it now.
Okay.
What?
Sockets is having voice issues.
Again. Did she have any last night, or?
No. Surprisingly, no.
Because she did have a few Saturdays, so...
It's you, Dax. You're the curse here.
Probably.
For description-wise, this is a lot more... There's a lot more plants and trees embedded into the rocks that have grown into the outside walls. I just couldn't find one that matched that so closely. So I really liked the look of this one, and I was like, yeah, I'll just describe the extra trees and stuff. Because this one looks really good. It looks like a battle took place here. The boulders are still all around the place where it smashed through the wall and stuff, so... Yeah, this is definitely a very battle-worn castle. It looks like it definitely had some catapults and such like throwing...
Rocks at it?
Yes. Endor, are you fiddling with your mic or something? There's a lot of background noise. Like tapping. Stop now.
I do have the noise suppression on. I was just lightly moving my chair, so.
It was picking up something like somebody just like tapping on the mic like this.
Oh, like this?
No.
So I'm moving in my chair.
No, that wasn't it. No.
I was like kind of grabbing my mic to like yawn or something.
Mm.
So
That might
have
do.
been it. Yeah. Is that what he did?
It seems to have stopped now, whatever it was, so it's fine. It was just it was constant, and I was like, oh, what is that noise? We have also lost the sockets completely.
Yeah, Sockets isn't even in the call.
Shall we give her a few minutes to try to reconnect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The internet's gone off. It should be back in a few minutes.
Ah, there we
Oh.
go.
Oh, they lost internet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It will indeed.
Mm-hmm. So, how about that sports team?
Oh, I love that sports team. Did you see that game last night?
Mm-hmm. They made so many plays.
Ah, yes, and the points they earned. Did you guys see the ball go? You guys ever notice how many sports involve handling balls?
Quite a few. So, how about some more awkward small talk?
How about this weather, huh?
Hollins won his Blood Bowl game.
Oh.
What?
He played as goblins, right?
Mm-hmm. He faced off against Skaven.
Okay, yeah, well, those are two not very punchy teams.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Blood Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it is.
If
actually.
you're
It's
into
very good.
Warhammer and rolling dice and smashing people.
Well, I mean, that just sounds like Warhammer in general. So,
True,
I like
but
Warhammer. If you're into Warhammer, rolling dice and smashing people, it's like, well, isn't that just Warhammer by default?
yes, but this is also sort of football.
Yeah.
Only
I'm not
with
big
less
on-
rules and more smashing.
Yeah. It's like going up against a Skaven. It's like they're not very punchy. It's like, yeah, I can imagine like small ret men not going up very well against Chaos Warriors. There's kind of a gap in strength there.
Then again, Chaos can barely handle the ball.
Yeah. So is this like 40k Warhammer or fantasy Warhammer?
Fancy.
Ah, okay.
Fancy
yeah, 'cause there's
before
Skaven.
the whole rewrite. Fancy before the rewrite thingy.
The rewrite?
Yeah, didn't Fantasy have a whole rewrite a few years ago where they destroyed the world?
I don't fucking know. I don't know much about the Warhammer lore, other than Space Marines are my favorite faction in Warhammer. That's really all I know. I have a friend who was really into the Tau, but it's like we should play Dawn of War sometime. I think you'd like it. Do you like RTSs?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think you'd like the Dawn of War games. They're not super advanced, but they're pretty good.
To be honest, I think the first one was better than the latter two.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the first one.
Right.
Yeah. I actually have Dawn of War 1 and all of its expansions.
I do too, except for Soulstorm, which I heard was also called Shitstorm.
It doesn't really matter like which one you get. Like if you're playing multiplayer, all it'll do is just let you play with those factions. Because I got Soulstorm for a friend of mine, and he can only play as Sisters of Battle and that other one.
Dark Eldar.
Dark Eldar, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to play with all of them, you have to have all the expansions.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it makes sense. But honestly, like, single-player wise, Winter Assault and base game Dawn of War actually have a story, whereas Dark Crusade, which is actually the first one I played, and Soulstorm are like, Conquest.
Soulstorm has some sort of story.
About the same amount of story as Dark Crusade, where it's
But I was going to say the other way around. I mean, Dark Crusade has some kind of story, but...
No, they both have the same amount of story, as in all of the factions are there because...
Reasons.
Because reasons. Why are the Space Marines fighting the Imperium of Man? Because they had a small disagreement over who gets to have the planet this week.
Mm-hmm.
The Necrons just happen to be there, so I don't see why they haven't already all left. I mean every other race, because with Necrons, pretty much the rule is if there's a planet with Necrons, you leave the planet. You just go away. Orcs are there trying to Hey, she's back. Now we can continue
Hello.
to stop talking about Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I heard, because for some reason Twitch kept going, even though my internet was off. I heard you talking about Warhammer and Chaos and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Blood
how
for
that
the
works.
blood. It was the power of the Emperor. You know, it was.
I know how your entire internet goes off, but the Twitch stream keeps playing in the background.
Yeah, that
It
doesn't
was
make any
the power
sense.
of the Emperor.
I did beat my high score in the dinosaur game, though.
Nice.
That's probably why.
But yeah, in game one, done this.
We got to a crumbly old castle.
Then you disconnected, and we waited.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking about Warhammer.
Yep.
Alright. So let's continue. Mary, as you step foot in here, you suddenly feel a sharp pain across your forehead. Make me a wisdom save, please.
Okay, I'm sorry about the internet, okay? It wasn't my fault.
We're not blaming you. Well, Slayer might, but...
And the roll's taking forever. There we go.
Alright. Mary, you will know that this is the same pain you felt before.
Guys, we got hags. Listening again.
Okay, please blindfold yourself, plug your ears, and lie down in a crumpled ball. Yes, please do so.
I think I'll just wait outside.
That's
I'll
also
do all
possible.
that.
I thought you were the whimsical one.
Yeah. I want to be in a place full of weird wizard people.
Very well, please wait outside and return once the headache subsides.
Aye.
Alright, gentlemen, please take us to your leader.
They will move forward here, and as you're walking along, you can see there's a lot of the same wizards around shooting dummies with spells and kind of like you'd see in an army camp kind of thing, where they're all practicing archery and swords play and that kind of thing. Let me move you on. Over to here.
Mary's going to keep drinking her rum. So, depending on how long this takes, I guess we'll see how much she drinks.
Yeah, you. Oh, hang on, it's dropped some people off the edge of the map. Why has it done that?
And for a war-torn fortress, some places looking pretty dapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is something
Very fancy.
Yeah, you will notice that this is probably the fanciest part of the building. These two will step forward and shout across. Milady, the people that were looking for you have arrived. And as this is Sockets' old character, she will be playing her.
Mm-hmm. You didn't give Toby the option to play Lola, though.
I did, in fact. I DM'd him and asked him if he wanted to.
Oh, never mind.
Hope he doesn't get to play his character. Development dying, no one cares. Yeah, she'll be sitting there. She's probably petting Chompy, at least to the best of her abilities, considering Chompy keeps trying to eat her.
Let me
Chompy
show
is
you
being to her
Taffy
side.
herself.
Ah. I can tell your art has improved.
And this is the pet that Taffy is petting. If
Ah.
it wants to load. There we go.
There we go.
That's huggable. It has 3 arms. It's like 50% more hug.
And you will also notice a Warforged butler stood next to her.
Now I want a Warforged butler. That looks awesome.
Also, I'm going to post a video on the Discord, as I kind of had this in mind when we were being announced.
Let's see this.
So it is a bit soft when played in YouTube. You watch the actual comedy, it's much louder. And Thexana Stras will motion Elkar and Eliza forward. Anyway, come on. I said I would take a back seat in this endeavor.
You did?
The front two say, apparently, my lady, they wish to speak with you about the hags.
Hags? Bernard, do we know hags? The hags?
Bernard just puts a hand over his eyes and goes, yes, my lady, the hags that have been causing us some bother when we are trying to represent the wizards. Those hags, my lady.
Oh, the old ladies. The old ladies.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't want to call them hags. I didn't want to upset them. That's rude.
Well, yes, then the old ladies.
Okay. What do you guys want to know about the old ladies then?
Bernard will lean in to Taffy and go, should we dismiss the escorts before we discuss
Also,
this?
Eliza, feel free to come into the room. Don't stand outside. Thank you.
You're putting the 2 shyest characters.
Yes.
She just looked blankly at Bernard. Wait, we what now?
The escorts, my lady, the wizards. Should we ask them to leave while we have this private conversation?
Do you guys want to leave? The wizards, not you guys. You just came here. You probably don't want to leave.
He just
maybe
steps
you do
up
want to leave.
and goes, Taffy would like to have a private conversation. Back to your business, please. And they will now leave.
No, what if they didn't want you though? Maybe they wanted to stay.
Sometimes, my lady, it is not their choice to stay.
Alright, fine. Yeah. Anyway, you guys can't talk about the old ladies.
Yes, in particular, we want to stop them from what they are doing, which is mostly convincing small children to an age of about 10-ish and younger to murder their parents.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's why we intend to stop them.
And that is good. That's good. You want to stop? That's good. So, why'd you come here then?
Well, we informed that you were quite versed in the ways of magic. That you might know of methods to do so.
Methods to with old ladies. I don't think I know any spells to get rid of old ladies. I don't think there's any. I don't think I've ever taught one of those spells.
Okay. She has one of them at least has made a pact with. Let's see if I have it. I forgot what the. Made a pact with a Cybrex, who is keeping her from dying as long as she has candles burning on skulls. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
Then how does that sound familiar?
He'll just lean in and go, "Your mysterious friend."
Oh! Oh, does he know the thing he said?
Yes.
We do know a corn guy that knows about that. So maybe we could ask him. If we ask him, maybe he'll know how the old lady's doing that.
That would be a start. Who's this corn guy?
He's a corn guy.
Does this guy have a name, a location of where to find him?
Yeah, his name's the corn guy. He said his name's the corn guy, and I think he just travels around.
Do you happen to know a particular way to find him?
Oh yeah, he comes here sometimes. Yeah, he was here like a couple of days ago. He comes and talks to wizards and stuff like that, and yeah, that kind of thing. He likes Trumpy.
Ooh.
Trumpy, here, look this. Little cute guy. Yeah. He came out. One of the wizards was like doing a spell thingy, and they accidentally opened this portal thingy, and he jumped out and he ate them. But you know, he's so cute. I want to keep him.
Much to my disapproval, milady, but yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, it's happened with Templars, isn't it? You know, we go to the Templar and we're like, okay, you tell us what you know, and like, no, and we're like, Trumpy, and they're like, okay, I'll tell you.
Yes.
What? That's great. And then we feed him to Trumpy because he gets hungry. And it's good, it's working really well.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any inclination of when this corn guy would return, so we can measure if it's worth waiting here, if you'll allow us? Or whether we should set out and find him?
You see when he was going to be here next, Bernard? Did he make an appointment?
You're not a doctor's office, my lady. People don't... Yeah, never mind. He will be back here, supposedly in 2 days' time.
I suppose we can wait 2 days, if you'll permit us, Lady Taffy.
Oh yeah, you can stay here. There's this place and this. I don't even want to stay here though. I don't like it. It's really dark. It's
Yes,
really
but
dark.
we had to have somewhere more respectable for you to have meetings like this, rather than an old tree.
What is the matter with the tree? At least you could see what you're doing when you're sitting on the tree.
That's as may be, but it wasn't a respectable place to hold meetings such as this one.
I stole that.
He'll whisper into Taffy's ear. They might wish to help out the nearby village with some of their problems.
Oh yeah. Oh, why are you waiting? Unless you do just want to sit here the whole time. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you do. There's a village near here that it needs help. So the wizards came back and they said the town's in a bit of trouble. So if you have something to do.
in our character terms, there's potential gold and side quest earning there for you if you so wish to take it. Otherwise, you can wait here.
And what kind of troubles are these wizards giving this nearby village?
Oh, no. The wizards came back and were saying there was trouble in the village. The wizards don't cause trouble.
Oh, pardon my misunderstanding.
That's fine. Bernard, what did they say it was? What was the village having trouble?
Well, I believe one of them was wanting an escort for supplies because there's some rather savage bandits around the area.
Yes, I believe we've run into a few of those.
Oh, it's been painful.
They seem to have no care for their own safety.
We've also noticed that one of them blew himself up in our faces.
Yeah.
It was only thanks to a good friend of a friend who is now not here because she is currently indisposed that we were able to make it out alive. So we may have to think of some precautions should that happen next time.
And then I believe the other thing, milady, was the I've lost my note on it. Hang on. I thought I had it open.
You lose your book again, Bernard. You lose the book.
I have
about
that many
Deckbuilding.
of your books, milady, that it is quite easy to lose them.
You know how my thinking is. It's not good. It's written down.
Ah, yes, here we go. Deliver a parcel that's about the size, apparently strangely specific measurements, the size of a loaf of bread. But apparently he wants that delivered to somebody in the forest, no questions asked, and does not want people to look in the parcel.
So yeah, you can go do that, and if Corn Guy comes, I'll tell him to stay. Oh, I just realized what are your names? I didn't ask. I didn't do names.
Oh, my apologies, my lady. My name is Thexanastras. The Gilded. I am a knight at arms in the in the chapter of the Shard of Genesis. And these are my companions, Elkar and Eliza.
I'm Taffy Dukes. Oh wait, you know that, don't you? You saying Taffy? Never mind. And this is Bernard, and this is Tom.
With us, waiting outside the walls, is Merle, and we have a friend who should be joining us soon, Talrun, who is, as yourself, a druid. Now, Master Tal.
They're like family in the town, in the big town.
Yeah, yes, he is one of theirs. Master Talrun informs you that druids have ways of informing people via animal messengers. If you would be so kind as to do so when this corn guy has arrived, and if you would ask him to wait for us to return, then we would be very grateful.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so you tell him I'll send hey, Bernard, do you think I should send Cuddles? Do you think Cuddles could do it? Do you think Cuddles, or do I just send a bird? Cuddles hasn't had a walk in a while.
Isn't Cuddles a rather large beast, milady?
He's done his walk. Or sliver.
May I inform who Cuddles is?
Yeah, he's this, and I put on my staff. I don't know if you have the token, but
I can quickly get the token.
I thought it would be too hard. she throws the staff in front of her, and it turns into the tokens I was looking for.
Roll 20, please. Thank you.
A giant constrictor snake.
Mm-hmm.
Big snack.
This is Cuddles.
I see.
Let's send a bird or something.
Yes, as Lady Eliza says, it might be wise to send a messenger that would not frighten common townsfolk you would come across.
You find him?
No?
We are seasoned adventurers. I think a common townsperson who would come across a giant constrictor snake while out ploughing the fields would get quite a fright.
Okay then. Sorry, Cuddles, you're gonna have to help with walking a bit time.
I'm certain you could walk your snake without frightening townsfolk, but letting him go off on his own to inform a band of friendly adventurers is quite another thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm so busy all the time. I don't have time to walk him, or I only have enough time to feed Chompy because we got a lot of food for. But yeah, fine. Come on, Cuddles. I'll go back into staff now. Come on.
As you watch the snake disappear back to a staff again onto the floor.
Yeah, you guys go and get that thing done, and then I'll stay here and I'll send the bird to Tailwind. And yeah, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I shoot a quick glance at the butler to see if he's writing things down or at least understood what's going on.
He has been writing everything down and gives you a look of, it's all here, don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, we thank you for your time, Lady Taffy, and we will be very enjoyed to hear of you.
Yeah.
And he bows and takes his leave.
Alright.
Are they supposed to bow or not? No one's ever bowed before. Are they supposed to do that?
Well, it's a sign of respect, my lady. It means that he respects you.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, goodbye, you write the names down, Bernard.
Yes.
Let me see. Eliza, Ilka, and Fexanustra. Okay.
That's the one she doesn't struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will see you soon.
Yeah, I thought I would give you the opportunity to take some side quests and earn some gold to get you some, or even to give you the potential to shop, because I know that we've been on the grind of the main quest for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So what I miss, I just heard Elknar, the Xanastras, and then my Discord cut out.
Just that I was mentioning that you haven't had many options to do side quests to earn gold or shop or do anything. So I thought I'd throw that option in there if you wanted it, because we've all been pushing quite hard with the main story and quest.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we have about an hour left, Tags?
About, yes.
Alright. Just so that I keep my eye on the time, because otherwise I'll forget. Right. Do you all head off, or do you linger in this building a little longer and potentially look around?
Texanostas wouldn't, as he would think it would be rude.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't linger in this building because he thinks it would be rude.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm waiting for Slade to finish his notes.
All right. Let's move you to the outside map. These are the ones now can be the ones that are practicing all outside here.
How long were they in there for?
10-15 minutes?
Doesn't the scrying last like an hour?
I don't think so. I don't.
I believe it's an hour. I thought it was an hour. Maybe it's not. Let's have a look.
I'm going to look that
It
up.
might only be 10 minutes, but I thought that might... What's the casting time? Mumble.
Duration, concentration, up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes, so it isn't the casting time. It's the actual duration as well. It's both, right.
It is both.
Alright.
And Texanostas will poke his head round the crack in the wall and says, "Has your hag-induced headache subsided?"
Just kind of jumps, puts the one back in her bag. It's like, what? Yeah, I think it's gone. Seems to be.
Are you sure it's gone and you didn't just dull it with the alcohol?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Analyze it.
Don't tell Eliza what.
Good.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear quite catch that socket.
Good.
When you said don't tell Eliza
Just
what,
like-
Merle's response was good.
So I'm certain she won't be able to smell it. Either way, it seems that there will be an informant here in a few days, and we have been pointed at a few ways to make some spending money in the meanwhile. Sure, that sounds enjoyable to you,
Yep.
seeing as you do enjoy buying things.
I do.
Very well. In the town, there are wizards who have had a few problems. One needs a parcel delivered in the forest. One needs to make a supply run and needs to be protected from bandits that infest these forests. Given our run-in with the bandits lately, I would think that waiting for Master Tauren to return before taking that on seems the wiser choice.
Yeah, I don't want to get blown up again.
No, I don't want to have to rely on your newfound friend.
Yeah, I know where Mel's gone. But I'll leave that.
Elkar, Eliza, do you have any objections or other suggestions?
I think we can help with the delivery.
Very well then. I did. I heard
Okay.
you. I was waiting for Hawk to give her a chance to respond.
Alright. It's just very long awkward silence. Like, did he not hear me?
Mhm.
Or...
All right. Let's.
Very well. Let's make our way to the village then.
Give me a moment because I didn't do what I thought I'd done. No. Come on. Come along.
Also, I thought I'd step in with the taffy conversation. I think we'd still be in there now if I let it.
Yeah, like you put the two most shy characters like, all right.
I mean, it's a chance for them to speak if they so chose to, because if not, then if they're not given that opportunity, then yeah, they'll never get the chance to. So yeah. Also, we may want to take a quick break here because I expected the taffy talking to go a lot longer, as Tarax just said. I expected it to go a lot longer. So I am just grabbing my other maps. They are already rolled into Roll20, but I just need to stretch them out and fit them. So if you want to take a 5-minute break, then now would be a good chance.
You can take a little break.
I will do so. I will be right back.
All right.
Yep.
Oops, wrong button. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, actually, yeah. Yep.
What was that?
Hmm?
Are you saying like, oh, I see what you're getting at? Like,
Oh, yeah, I was talking to chat, sorry.
oh. Well, what was that?
Make sure I've got that. Make sure I've done that. There's that. Yeah, so we've got that one. And that one. Perfect.
Hello.
Welcome back. Why is that one not? Oh, it's because it doesn't like those. Okay. Well, I guess that's why that is then. Ah, Tarax is back.
Nice.
It's the signature move. It's the signature sound.
Mm-hmm.
The signature move.
Tarax has his own theme tune. It's that.
It's just the opening of a can.
Or intense rustling of chocolate bar.
Yes. Or cheese.
Or that.
Or both.
Or both.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's move you on. Grab you all together. That's where we need to be.
I think my cat's found a new spot to take a nap.
Why isn't it over here? There we go. Perfect. Okay. Alright, as you, but the path is quite, well trodden, and I'm assuming Bernard would have gave you some sort of directions. It would have made sense. So you, following the path, and, as you're following along, you, come across what looks like a, old abandoned tavern.
Are we supposed to meet this person here, or is it just an old abandoned tavern we happen to run into?
It's an old abandoned tavern that seems to be on the way to this town. As far as you know, he didn't say you were supposed to be meeting him there. He just kind of mentioned that it was somebody in town.
Oh, I'm just gonna go check the place out really quick. Just
Check for
Yes, do you
alcohol.
Sure, you're not just there to raid the supplies.
Alcar's gonna check upstairs.
Yeah, what does
Alright.
it look like in there then?
In here, it looks like there's a lot of drinks left on the table. It looks like there's tables and chairs tipped over. It seems like people left in quite the hurry.
Well, Merlin, if you ever want a bearskin rug of your own, there's one.
Is it in good condition?
Yes, it is. In very good condition, in fact.
Alright, yoink.
Da 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 da.
That's my new bedroll.
Are you sure you don't want to wear it as a cloak?
I get too hot. I mean, I got this on, I've got the armor underneath, and the bear skin. It's gonna be too much.
I was just kind of thinking, have we ever actually seen Merle's face?
No.
Huh. Alright.
Oh well, once winter comes, I'm sure you'll be glad for it. Anyway,
alright.
go ahead and continue your investigation. I'll wait out here.
Alcar's gonna look up in the upstairs.
Alright. As you head upstairs, you see that most of the upstairs is collapsed and caved in.
It's a this little sneaky excuse to not have a map for it.
No. But it would be, but it is not. There is also a huge gaping hole in the roof. The part of the roof that's remaining, there is a huge hole.
Huh. Is there like anything like underneath the hole where I can see like where it came from, or?
It seems like whatever made this hole destroyed the top half, but whatever it was, it didn't go through to the bottom floor. So you can assume from that it wasn't like a catapult boulder or, something that you can control, like an an explosion would have blasted the floor away and gone to the underneath. So.
Huh. What other details can I see about it?
You can see that there used to be the rooms. That you can see there was under the rubbles. You can see that there was a corridor with rooms on each side. In some of the broken rubble, you can see beds and such like across where the rooms would have been.
So underneath the large hole, is there like anything that would have like made the hole?
No.
But didn't go through the
nothing
bar?
visible. No.
Yeah, Alcara's gonna kind of head back downstairs and mention that there's a large hole with no evidence of what made it.
Merly, what are you doing over there, other than stealing the rug?
It's not stealing, it's looting. It's a difference.
It's borrowing without asking. Hey Eliza, why don't you go check the stables? And is anything in the bar up there? So does Eliza actually go and check the stables?
Yeah, I'll go check the stable.
Alright. No, Merly, there is not.
Damn it.
There is no alcohol.
Alcohols, damn it.
Yes.
I suppose that was the first thing that looters took.
Yeah, but why couldn't they have left some? I give you the cheap stuff, I don't care. I don't have standards.
Apparently. How long would Thexanostra's guess this place has been abandoned, given the layer of dust?
Roll me an insight.
Insight, you say? Insight coming up.
Oof. Not very long at all. There's not much dust lying around. There's still drinks here. There's no evidence of cobwebs or anything like that. So, at best, maybe a week, if that.
Still, this place looks like it's been abandoned for at least a week. Suppose there have been plenty of looters before us. If you care that much, you may want to check the storeroom. Or the kitchen, whatever goes for in this place. In the meantime, Elkar, if you don't mind taking over watch, I would like to investigate what made that hole in the roof.
Alcar nods and takes up that position.
I'll just jump over to Eliza. Eliza, you can see that horses have been stabled here. There's a lot of evidence there's food there, horseshoes, tackle and stuff over the gates draped across. So you can tell that the horses were definitely stabled here, but there are none here now.
Okay, I'll go back out and join Alco by the door.
Alright. Also, Merly, you just walked through a wall.
What?
I couldn't see where the door. Where's the
Oh.
Where is the door?
Oh no, there's a door right there. There's a door right there.
Is there?
There's a door right there. Yeah, there's an inside door. Like right there. That's a window.
I actually
That's the
thought
door.
that was the door as well.
I didn't even see it. Like, oh, you walk through the wall, and I was like, wait, no, that's like dark and thin. Where this is actually the same color as the wall, and much like this, that, and this. Whereas this is also, thinner and darker, much like that.
Mm. Yeah, okay.
She didn't walk through the wall.
Yeah.
Or did you?
We will never know. What's in here then?
Bard power.
In here is a bunch of boxes. In the middle, a lot of sacks to the side that look like food sacks. There is a stove here with pots and pans on it.
Anything look edible?
Make me a survival. Let's see if you determine whether they're edible or not. You think the dry foods, like I guess not dry foods, but the potatoes and the fruits and the veg seem okay.
Yeah, just grab one of the smaller boxes of that.
Okay, yeah.
So is
You have a box of mixed fruit and veg.
yay.
I claim this box of mixed fruit and veg.
Came here looking for alcohol, came out with a salad. So for fruit salad and salad.
If you've got apples and you let... Go on, sorry.
And possibly some fries.
Hmm?
Yep.
If you've got apples and let them go long enough, you'll have cider, so you're fine.
I think that process is a lot more controlled than just letting them rot.
And you just put them in a jar and then you wait and cider.
Just put a bit of vinegar and then cider. Ta-da! That's exactly how cider's made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
I don't know about you guys.
Well, if Slayer says so.
I do say so, and in this world I am God, so yeah.
That's how you make cider in this universe.
How do you make cider?
Shoving rotten apples into some vinegar.
I mean, I don't know how cider is made normally, so I'll just go with that.
I can assure you it's not that. Alright, let's jump over to Thexan, who's checking out the hole upstairs. As you get upstairs, you see all of the rubble of the top floor. Again, same as with Elkai, you can see that there were once rooms, and then above there's a giant hole in the roof. No evidence of anything below the hole that may have caused the impact, and obviously you can see it was something that wasn't impactful enough to go all the way through either.
Is the collapse inward or outward?
It is inward.
Inward. Can I roll something?
Yeah. What are you trying to look for? What do you want to roll?
Either investigation or insight, determining the nature of what caused the hole.
Do me both, and I'll give you a bit of information based on both.
Investigation
Oh,
and insight.
Jesus.
Oof.
Well,
Big oof.
It's definitely a hole.
You're
I mean, that's kind of hard to tell.
a little more concerned that the floor is creaking as you're stepping on it. So you're very unsure whether this thing is going to collapse inwards now and it's a delayed reaction or not. And based on that distraction, you don't really get much information. It's something caused it that wasn't heavy enough to push all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something that the rubble covered.
Anyway, Texana Strauss comes down the stairs and says, well, I think whatever our looting is doing, it's causing further instability into this inn. We best leave as soon as possible. It might collapse on us. It might collapse on us. And he firmly marches outside of the inn.
All right.
I'll follow him with my box of veggies and fruit.
All right. As you, just as you step foot outside, Merly, the entire second floor caves in onto the first floor.
That went wrong.
And I'm just
Literally,
glad
pretty
we
much
got
all.
Hey, go ahead.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much all we did was just like, we took a box, took a rug, lift upstairs, roof caves in.
Walk away.
I'm just glad whatever we did in there, we all got out unscathed. From the things looking upstairs, I think it was attacked by a giant with considerable self-restraint.
That's not a bad assumption, actually.
Honestly, that was kind of my guess too, but like as a joke. It's like.
Also, Tarax, I did not think about the floor caving in until you said, so I rolled after you said it, and it caved in.
Nice.
You just stop giving him ideas, please.
Alright, as we,
Yeah, it's a rule of D&D. Don't give the DM ideas.
You do that very often, and it's most useful.
Shush. Shush.
Oh, it's a give and take. The players in my game give me plenty ideas.
Where did I go?
I don't know!
That wasn't me!
I think you may have hid under Elcar?
Nope,
No?
No?
I'm not.
Okay.
And,
You were just raptured.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
The hag
Marty
used,
I took
the hag used,
vegetables and I left. That's all I
and
wanted.
poofed out of existence.
Yeah.
the hag used a teleport spell.
Mm-hmm.
Those exist in D&D, right?
They do.
I can't find you. Oh, there we go. You're not... You're not coming back on again.
I'm gone. Yeah, I can't put my stuff back on either.
Let's try to go to a different map, see if that relieves the problem.
Hang on. It's done that stupid thing again where it's removed
Oh,
the
there you
fucking
are.
token
Hey,
for some strange
you're
reason.
hiding behind that tree.
Where it's like the picture's been deleted, even though it hasn't, and the picture's still clearly
I
here.
haven't done anything with the pitch. Oh god. And anyway, I'm back.
Give me a moment, because I need to rectify things now, because... Oh god. Oh god!
Nothing now.
I don't know. Life is happening.
Does that?
There we
I
go.
hate it when that happens. Life should mind its own business.
It should. Alright. Let me put you on here. Let me move you over. Yeah, as you continue along this path towards the town is very close in the distance now. But as you continue along, you see what looks like...
There's not much of a town left.
Well, if it's only 3 buildings, I don't think you could honestly call it a town.
Mm-hmm.
Hamlet?
I think it's even smaller than that. But is this still the outskirts, or are we actually in the town?
This is on the outskirts. Like the town is maybe another 5 minutes away, if that. You can kind of see it quite distinctly in the background there.
smoking, or?
Yes, still smoking and not on fire, but the ends of the pieces of wood are still glowing
No, I mean,
orange.
like in the town. It's like the town. Is the town smoking?
Oh, is the town smoking? No.
No, it quit 2 years ago.
Say that. Stop stealing my jokes.
Good on them.
Sorry,
Good on
cows.
them.
But you see broken carts. These houses look like they've been burnt. The strange one thing you will notice is that all of the crop fields with the corn in it are perfectly fine, and are
I
quite lusciously
noticed
growing.
that, and I was about to ask that.
Mm-hmm.
Must be the work of the druid.
Well, at the very least, it was a very controlled fire. It didn't manage to damage the crops.
Maybe there's something wrong with the building?
I doubt it, but it's worth investigating.
Maybe they saw a spider.
Yes, and burnt down the house to kill it.
But I've seen less drastic measures taken.
Isn't that the only way?
Yes, I do hope that you have seen less drastic measures taken. That is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't kind of mean to say I've seen more drastic measures taken, but less dissuasive punishment. It's like, yeah, I've seen less intense causes. It's like, well, yeah, I hope so. Oh man, you should have seen the war that started over the spiders last week.
Actually, that war was caused by a mouse.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying, Hog?
Ah, there they are.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something.
Hog
never
didn't
mind.
say anything.
It sounded like she did. Oh well. I think I'm hearing things then. On top of all my old man problems, I'm now hearing things.
Well, it's good to hear things. I mean, that lets you know that your hearing's working.
Once you get there, Alka, you can hear and see something rummaging around in the remains.
It's a spider!
I thought about it. I thought about changing it, but I was like, no.
Mosquito, you know.
Drastic times call for drastic measures. That's spooky.
Well, that's a face only a mother could love.
I don't think that thing has a mother.
In its hand, Alka, you will also notice, let me pull it from where my pictures are. Mumble.
Just to put it out there, if we do start combat, I only have 15 minutes left before I'm going to bed, so we may want to end the session there if you do.
Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting it, but as per usual, anything can happen, so yes. Yeah, I dropped it in Discord for you there, Alka. That is the thing you see in his hand.
Ah. That looks like a really clunky weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that looks overcomplicated and overcompensating for something.
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't even look like just remove the other two prongs and then straighten out the top one, and then it would actually like make a
Question
somewhat
mosquito
decent
lot man
weapon.
logic.
But like, what's the point of that one in the back? Like,
Well, if you don't fight them, I'll tell you, and if you do fight them, you'll find out.
I'm still Texalis Fast is still investigating this house. Is there anything he finds, or do I need to roll first?
As you round the corner, you will also hear the same. Something is rummaging and scratching around in there.
Mm-hmm.
And Eliza, you will also from there see the other one as well. What do you all do, and who wants to decide first?
I don't know what Endor is doing right now, but the scratching sound is very appropriate and unnerving.
I'm doing that.
There
I don't know
is
what it's doing, but nah, I'm just playing with a couple bottle caps.
Okay, well that's what I'm hearing.
I guess it's the whole thing. Maybe fiddling around.
Yeah, the Xenostras will say to the locust mosquito man, it's good to say, what are you doing here? By the way, it's a good thing Toby isn't here. Doesn't he have something for bugs?
I think that was spiders.
Yeah, spiders.
Okay.
Why has my thing not come up? There we go. Right, click. Because I can't remember. Click. Click all the things! And hopefully the world doesn't blow up.
No, not. That's the 4th time.
Uh,
I was going to say we're going for a world record, but I mean, it's kind of hard. But do that when you blow up the world.
It looks at you.
I'm still saying that Trump shouldn't have hit the nuke button in your room.
Yeah, it turns around, looks at you for a minute, and then says something in a language I believe you don't understand. Do you know Undercommon?
I do not.
Then in that case you do not understand what he says, but he certainly says something.
Does anyone?
Nope.
Don't think anybody does. After about a few seconds of you clearly not understanding what he's said, he just kind of motions to the bits of wood and rubble.
Thixanostra says in common, louder this time. Do you speak the common tongue?
He will shake his head no.
Do you
Well,
want
hang on,
some
actually,
fruits and vegetables?
Isn't Undercommon just... I'll get back to that, give me a minute. Isn't Undercommon just broken
Do
common?
you speak common? Shakes head no. Well, then you speak common.
Hang on, I need to
I
look
am
this
going
up.
to look that up.
Because I'm sure someone told me that common is just a broken version of, like a more backwards version of common. Yeah, sorry, the other way around. Yeah, Undercommon is kind of like a prehistoric way of common. So some of the words would be similar, so he would understand those particular words.
I'd have to look that up. I don't think the player's handbook says so.
Let me see what the Googles says. Anybody mentioning it in their games of what they've done?
Language.
Undercommon was a trade language spoken by the majority of intelligent races native to the Underdark. Speakers of Undercommon include the Aboleth, Choker, Chul, Cloaker, Delver, Droider, Drow, Duergar, Dwarf, Githyanki, Githzerai, Grimlock. Oh, Kobold! This is from the Forgotten Realms wiki, so...
Does anybody speak Elvish? Because for me here, I found something that says it sounds Elvish in origin, but is harsher. It also uses the Elven script, whereas common is plain and simple.
That it does say in the PHP.
Right, so I would say there could be some.
Forgotten Realms wiki. That's what I read off.
Mhm.
I'm hearing Eliza speaks Elven.
For this, I would say that you could have a broken conversation. Sorry, go on, Alka. What did you say?
No, I'm just talking like Sorry.
Yeah, you could have a broken conversation with him, Eliza.
Someone fall over?
No, just a stack of D&D books from my end.
Oh, that's a lot of books.
sound like a bunch of like CD cases fell or something.
Yeah, Eliza, if you do want to
yeah,
speak
it was
to
5 of them, so...
I'll go over to the other two and try and ask them what happened.
he will respond with, didn't listen, burnt down.
Okay, I'll say that to the others.
But does he want the fruit and vegetables?
Do you really want me to ask?
Yes. It's heavy. I regret taking it now.
Okay, I'll ask him that.
Peace offering, yes.
Yeah, he wants.
Yes. Alright, bud man. Lucky day.
What are you doing, Katie?
Who didn't heed what warning and why did these houses burn down? Could you ask them that, Eliza?
I'll ask him that.
It's like, no, can I just get who, how, when, why? You know,
Make a transaction here.
let's not discuss fruit and veg here. Can we discuss more important matters?
Well, now that we've made a peace offering,
True.
they might be more inclined to have a polite conversation with us and not accost us with stupid-looking weapons.
Wow, rude.
Hey,
He doesn't understand common.
He will respond with, how do I break this up? Again, he'll repeat, don't listen, burn down, dead.
I'll repeat it back for the others again.
Let's try asking them yes or no question. Did the people who live in these houses not listen?
Yes. I'm just going on the assumption that Eliza is still translating this back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did they burn the houses down themselves?
No. We did.
Did the people not heed your warning?
Yes.
What was the warning?
Listen to us.
What did you say that needed to be said?
How is he going to answer this with a good enough answer? People looking for thing. And we tell them, no, protect thing, leave thing. They don't listen.
Right, now we need to know what this thing is.
These questions are leading to more questions.
Very well. Elka, Eliza, Merle, if you would like to keep these people entertained, I'll go summon my horse, see if there's anyone at Taffy's Keep who is able to translate. A bit more competently. No offense to your skills, Eliza, but you're speaking a closely related language, but not the same one. You're doing very well, though.
Thank you.
Well, given that was not what I expected the outcome to be, I think that's a good place to stop while I plan what the hell to do.
Very well.
That's quite an interesting... Yes. But yeah, I think because we are running short on time as well, so
We are.
Yeah,
we'll call it there and pick up where we pick up from there next week, where Tyrex will take Thexan back up to Taffy and see what he can hopefully bring somebody back.
I do understand that it's undercommon that these locust things speak, right?
I've always wondered that. I'm assuming you can understand, like, you know, if we go to Germany, we know that they're speaking German, we just can't understand them. So I'm assuming it's the same
But
principle
I mean,
here.
like that's if you know about the language. Like, if you don't.
Yeah, if you dump me in an unknown place in Southeast Asian, I don't know what the hell they're jabbering.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
Then again, Eliza is able to have a somewhat conversation
Right.
with them, so she should be able to at least tell them that this is undercommon, right?
Yes, that would make more sense. Yes, Eliza would be able to establish that from what she's speaking. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you all for being here again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Indeed, thank you for hosting.
You're welcome.
Also, what kind of nitwit weapon is that? I need to know.
Let me get the name of it for you.
Name too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It can be thrown. That's what the third blade is for, because it can be a throwing weapon as well.
Oh, right. So one is the handle and the other. Right.
Let me get
Yeah,
the
if
name
that
for
fourth
you.
one was a prong, it'd be a little bit iffy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it would be hard.
It's called a kapinga.
Kapinga. Yeah, that's the sound it makes when it hit the wall. It's like a Pokemon. You just name it as the sound it makes. You cannot convince me that's not why they named it that.
Yeah, but it looks about as unwieldy and stupid like one of those Klingon swords.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those you can kind of understand. Like, those you can probably, like, still one hand. And those are, like, just scimitar with extra blade. That is... that thing is just, like, 3/4 of a swastika.
The Sunday group actually fought these, and you'll also notice that not only are they awkward at fighting, they're also very awkward at flying. Their flight is actually so awkward, it's on a recharge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they can fly up to 60 feet. They can...
Also, question.
Mhm.
That whole wizard duel thingy, that was a division of the Sunday group, was it?
It was. It does contain one of the Sunday group, yes.
Okay. Is Sunday group getting visions of us?
Currently, no. But I haven't given them... So that vision, that dream is going to happen to the Sunday player this coming Sunday. And he will also see Elka.
Right. Okay.
Just like just a kobold just kind of sitting.
Just kind of looking like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm watching you guys fight. So, hi?
That's when we eventually meet, and it's like, I saw you in my dreams.
That's not creepy.
I saw you in my sleep.
You both just meet each other and go, we saw each other in our dreams. Oh. Well, what a way to introduce ourselves. Okay. Hi.
Which
Cobra's wondering why Fixanus is wearing his necklace.
Oh, dear.
Also, thank you for all this. I will see you next week with more time, and good night to you all.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Take care.
Even listening like more time, don't we usually stop at 5 or like 5:30?
Sometimes Tyrex does say we can go a bit later if he hasn't got work the following morning, but generally we do stop at this time, yeah. But if we'd have started combat, like tonight, if we'd started combat, Tyrex would have gone, right, we can go half an hour into this combat because I don't have work tomorrow morning.
Alright.
Or early, not work, he doesn't have it early. Alright, I will wrap up stream, and anyone that's still here when I get back, we'll see you when I get back.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back on Thursday. Probably this Thursday I'll do some Dead by Daylight because it's been a while. I don't know what I'll be doing on Friday stream yet. I haven't decided, but Thursday will probably be Dead by Daylight. Unless I have any other strange plans or anything happens. But the next stream will be Thursday. Let us see if anybody is around to raid, shall we? I don't know if anybody's on, so let's find out. And mumble. There we go. Let's go and raid Kuro. I haven't raided her in a long time. In fact, I haven't been able to stop by her stream in a long time either. Make sure I get her name right. Did it do the right thing? That's the question. Yes, it did. It did do the right thing. Perfect. Alright, I will see you all on Thursday.